art and character designs provided by Demon Artie. Be sure to follow her over on Twitter at ArtieDemon. Want to be first to have access to early artwork, concept sketches, exclusive art that can't be seen anywhere else? Then support Demon Artie over on her Patreon. Link in description below. Welcome everyone back to the Crimson 15 Podcast. I am your host, Crimson Sin.
A15BCA.
Be sure to follow us over on Twitter at C15 Podcast. Join the discussion over on Discord. Link in the description below. And if you're enjoying the videos, be sure to sub, like, share, and hit that bell for notifications. Episode 3 of Picard. The end is the beginning.
What a dumb title.
It's a dumb title. The name of this should have been, can you guess who the hell are these people? They keep talking
What are they talking about?
Literally, they've introduced a bunch of new characters. We don't know who they are. Or their connections to anything. Picard obviously knows this black woman that they must have been buddies or friends or something, but they never show what their connection was.
At all.
And then we get to meet some weird Romulans that were used to be Borg, and they got disconnected from the
But
collective.
they look like they didn't do a good job on it, but yeah.
Yeah, like they're all like mental patients.
Yeah.
So we meet that lady, and it's just a bunch of stuff, and there's some lady with sunglasses. It just, I don't know, I don't like this at all. There's a couple little nostalgic things.
But that's not. But that trick pony's not working anymore.
Yeah, it's not working on me anymore.
It's getting stale.
Oh my God. Well, okay. Then might as well start talking about the episode. It opens up with, it shows them the Mars attack again for like the 50th time. And this is 14 years ago where Picard was trying to say, okay, we have a new planet. Still try to save as many Romulans as we can.
Yeah.
We're going to use a bunch of mothballed ships. We have reserves, all these things. Mm-hmm. And what do you think of their uniforms? They're cool. They're snazzy looking.
They're snazzy. I didn't like the way on the back. It kind of was
open.
It
almost looked like it didn't fit her right. Like it wasn't like, nice and snug.
This is supposed to be a top production. Come on, guys. That was stinky looking.
But we have Picard's walking out, and it's that other, what was her name? Was it Roz or something?
I don't even remember.
I don't know, but she's like, okay, so how did it go? And he's like, has a look in his face like, well, it didn't go so well. And she's like, well, but what about this? You tell me about this? She's like, yeah, I laid it all out there, and they didn't care. Yeah. They didn't care that all these people, and it's going to go supernova and destroy all these other planets that had nothing to do with Romulus.
Yeah.
And then
all their outlying worlds, yeah.
And the Federation didn't care.
No. Because
notice how they don't ever mention the Vulcans or any
Andorians,
none of these other races. They just don't ever mention them.
So weird.
It's odd. But basically, he tells her, yeah, I even did my trump card was, I'm going to resign Starfleet if you don't do this. And they said, give us your resignation.
Yeah, and they did.
As he was walking away, they all put on their MAGA hats. Would this show have been made if Donald Trump wasn't president?
I think they still would have probably did another Star Trek show, but probably wouldn't have been Picard and definitely wouldn't have been this one.
This whole storyline.
No.
Because this isn't Starfleet. This is fan fiction. Just like how I consider...
fan fiction.
I consider the Disney Star Wars films trilogy is fan fiction. It's not real.
Oh, yeah.
This isn't real. This is a really high quality fan fiction. Someone paid Patrick Stewart to be in their fake play. Because this is what this is. Because this isn't Starfleet. No. They just made it up to get back at Donald Trump. Which is ridiculous.
And then she says, well, the Romulans do it, and then Picard's like, that's ridiculous. Why would they hurt their own rescue?
Yeah, because she had a thing like, because they talked about banning the synthetics and everything. And she's like, but why? Picard said, like you said, why would they attack their own people? It's like, I don't know. Because there's got to be something. We still don't have the answer to that question yet. No. But I
guess Mars is still on fire, which is weird. I don't know why that would happen.
And half of them didn't want to save Romulus in the first place, and the other half is just scared. Okay, we get it. 9/11. Okay, get it. The Patriot Act. We get it. My God, we get it.
It's so stupid. It's just not even. It's not clever. It's dumb.
If this thing, like, hey, you would have walked into Gene Roddenberry and be like, hey, I got this idea for Trek, and they'd have looked at you, laughed in your face, and threw your idea in the garbage. Because there was the future was hopeful. Yes, there was danger, and there was people didn't always agree, but the human race moved on. Yeah. We became better. We're just as bitter and disgusting as we've ever been.
No, how did we advance to that point with being like that? There's no way we would have as a race. There couldn't be.
And then I guess once they took Picard's resignation, they fired this chick because she dared to help Picard. So how petty is that?
They would never do that.
Ridiculous.
I could see if she said, did you help him anyway? Okay, we're demoting you. I could see a demotion, but a firing?
So yeah, they ruined her whole career. But here's the thing too, there's plenty of other... She could have been on a science vessel with the Vulcans or something like that, where technically because she lost her security clearance, but it doesn't mean she can't go do other things.
There's other private jobs. She's a Starfleet officer. Looked like she was a lieutenant commander, so I'm pretty sure she could have got a job somewhere. I'm pretty sure of that.
And she's pretty damn smart.
Yeah.
So, what is all this? This is so... So we get back to present day where it ended with him meeting with her and she had her little house in the middle of nowhere. And he's like, oh, I know that you're mad or whatever. And she just lays into him. Completely lays into... And she keeps calling him JL.
That is so disrespectful. No one's ever called
Give him a little pit nickname. The only one who's able to do that if he had like a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like he had a daughter.
Riker would never do that. Worf would never do that.
What's up, BJ? What is this? Oh, that's God. She keeps calling him. At first, I didn't understand what the hell she was saying, but she's saying for John Luke. She called him JL. So...
And she keeps doing it. It's annoying. It just annoys the hell out of me.
She does drugs because that's nice.
Yeah, she's smoking like it looks like a plant.
She's like snipping these little flowers and putting them like in a freaking vape pen.
But smoking's practically unheard of on Earth at that time. They don't do it anymore.
Oh, yeah, they do. And they get drunk off their asses too because she's like drinking the wine like right out of the bottle.
Now to an example, because when the episode Little Green Men, when the Ferengis went back to the 1940s and they were smoking, they didn't even know what smoking is. And those are Ferengi. They didn't even know what it was. So give me a break.
It's like, that's the thing. Like, why would anyone want to take a poison into their own body?
Yeah. But apparently now they do, so...
Yeah, because the other guy's smoking a cigar.
Yeah.
Later on in the episode. I hate this so much. This is just is it worse than Discovery? It might be, because at least Discovery is its own characters.
It's its own new thing. That's what made it. So it was bad, but it was bad because it wasn't Star Trek. These were characters that we loved in Picard. Yeah. And you're turning him into this, I don't know, he's not what Picard was.
So this whole... So she's smoking her weed or whatever. So she's sitting there and just constantly, it's all your fault, drinking my thing, smoking my weed. It's just, and it goes on and on and on. We've said this, all the episodes, these episodes could be 22 minutes long.
Yeah.
Because there's so much of this. And she's almost like in hysterics. Like, she's crying tears and drinking the wine and smoking weed. It's just like a crazy person.
What is this? This is a woman breaking down in 2020? What is this?
Yeah. And she's just talking mad crap. It's like, I need your help. I need you to help me find a cabin. Like, just get out of here. Just get the hell out of here. Like, she's talking mad shit to him and just... This isn't all his fault. No. He tried to do the right thing.
What did you want him to do? He didn't know you got fired. You got fired afterwards. Not like he knew and then he didn't say anything. Oh, by the way, you know what? Forget her. No, he didn't know. What? That's so stupid.
And so we get back to that Borg cube. And are they going to do this every time?
When you first see
so it's outside, then it flies inside of it with the same shots. I think you can do this every single time.
It's so annoying.
It didn't look good the first time.
No.
So
it reminds me when you first Midnight Theater when they go through the doors. Well, at least that's funny.
So we get there doing some more experiments on the dead Borg.
Yeah.
And then we see what's his face, who was one of the ones that got free, kind of like how 7 and 9 got broke free.
Oh, yeah, that was Hugh.
Yeah, so we got him now, which is kind of fun.
But if I didn't know better or look at him, I wouldn't have known that. No. Wouldn't it be nice to explain that?
Oh, and they shake his hand. Oh, you're the one who's like that. And they kind of say it so we know, the audience. But we know because, we're Trek guys and we know that. Yeah. So he's there. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. And then he's talking to the other Dodge. I forget what her name is.
Yeah.
But the other sister. And, this is boring. Just boring. God, it's so boring. And I don't even know what they're talking about.
They're talking about Romulan mythology with the Borg. And it's like, what? So I'm explaining what the hell you're talking about. What's that to do with anything?
I'm watching, I'm listening, and she's talking about, like, their ancient legends, and then, like, being captured by the Borg, and all this other, like...
We're not explaining it well. I don't get what's it to do with anything.
It's super weird. But then he's like, oh, I granted you an interview with someone, and she's, like, super happy about it. I'm like, oh, okay. Like I said, who the hell's that? There's so much of, like, who the hell are you?
Explain who. You got to give us explanation. They don't want to do that right.
So we get back to what's her face is chugging on a freaking bottle of wine, and
Picard, she must be drinking a 40 at this point.
It's in a paper bag.
This is good, man.
This one thing Starfleet's mentioned is slip smart liquor. What is this?
I gotta go to bed with my homie. Excuse me.
So she's all super sad and weird and acting all crazy.
Oh yeah.
And Picard sits down next to her. And, he's doing the Picard thing. Saying the right things and. You gotta help me, you're the smartest person I know, all that kind of stuff. And then she's just still kind of blaming him for everything. Basically tells him, get the hell out of here. And he's like, okay, I guess I'll just go. Get back to the Daystrom Institute, and it's that other doctor lady. I like her.
I like her because she's the most Star Trek.
Yeah, she seems like a real Trek doctor.
Yeah.
Who seems to have, I don't know, respect for other people.
Yeah.
And she seems like a nice lady. She may not be the most dynamic character, but she's nice.
Exactly. And a little bit before that part, she tells her, okay, I'll help you. Before he goes. Like after she had her little wah-wah fit.
But it's almost like
dismissive.
Yeah. And she's still, even later on in the episode, she's still like denying that she's helping him.
Ridiculous. Oh, I know. It's so dumb.
So, I'm laughing because it's so stupid. I thought it was a joke. Is this an outtake they kept in the series? So the doctor lady's like listening to music, like having her little picnic lunch. And that other security lady that we saw in the last episode, I think, shows up and she's wearing Men in Black sunglasses.
Look like Ray-Bans. Is this a joke?
Oh my god, it's so stupid.
What cool would be if it was like, computer or something, like some kind of like shield? No.
Yeah, but like a visor or some kind? No. They're straight up sunglasses.
Did she show up on the set like that and decide to keep that shot? I mean, what is this?
Look how silly this is.
That's got to be our thumbnail.
Ridiculous.
That is insane.
So stupid.
What is this, the Matrix?
So she came to talk to the doctor, and the doctor, we don't get to see that conversation. We find out later on what went down. Mm-hmm. But we get back to the Borg cube, and they're walking into like the area of those Romulans that were saved. Mm-hmm. They open, the security's there, and they couldn't look any more generic. Just kind of like generic soldier guy.
Oh yeah, nothing.
It was just weird. I don't know. I don't know if it, I'm nitpicking that, but it just feels weird.
It was.
They get in there and they're all like a mental hospital.
Because these were people that were simulated, but I'm assuming the Romulan doctors didn't know how to do it quite right, so they got...
Yeah, to disconnect them from...
Disconnected, so they got all psychologically messed
Yeah,
up.
they're like playing with Rubik's Cubes and like drawing things and just like, rocking back and forth like, they're gone crazy.
Yeah.
There's one lady playing with little cards, and that's the lady they're going to go talk to. So, Dodge's sister, I forget... Airman? I can't remember their names.
Yeah.
She sits down with her and she's trying to have a conversation with her and like,
she talks to her even in Romulan for a little bit.
Yeah, it's like she knows Romulan and everything, so that's pretty nice. Get back to the lady that told Picard to go F off. I'm going to help you, but still F off. It's so weird. I think there's this weird...
It's so weird because he first goes to the ship and then he goes back to Earth. Like, why don't you just leave? Like, I don't...
Yeah.
I don't know.
So she's looking at stuff and Picard calls her. And this is the only thing where Picard actually did something that was kind of cool. He's like, oh, you're looking up that information, right? She's like, no, I'm not. He's like, yeah, you are. And he's like, here, I'm going to send you everything I know about Maddox. I don't want it. Well, here it is. And he just hangs up on her.
Yeah, I'm I was a captain. I'm talking Picard. You're just
I'm telling you what to do. Yeah. And he knows that she wants to know.
Yeah.
Because she's smart and she's going to want to figure it out. So he's kind of playing his cards there a little bit. Then we get, did they name this ship? I don't know. I didn't catch it.
I didn't catch it either.
We see this Galaga-looking ship, and it's okay looking. It just doesn't look like Trek. No, it really, really doesn't.
It's like a high-end junkyard ship.
Yeah, if you told me this was a Star Wars ship, a Battlestar Galactica ship, a Buck Rogers ship, it's just not a Trek-looking ship to me.
And all those ships you could say, definitely.
Picard beams aboard, and he's like, Captain Reyes, right?
Yeah, I think so.
What it was? So, like, who we think is Captain Reyes shows up, and he's kind of bouncy and weird. I'm like, it's going to be the captain? Yeah. Oh, this is an EMH.
So it makes sense.
So he made his EMH look like him.
Well, the last person who did that was, of course, was the doctor, was made on them from Voyager, but he regretted doing that.
Yeah, because...
But he had an ego, though, as the engineer.
So I guess he does, too. And then we get our Star Wars captain. He has, like, a piece of shrapnel and he's smoking a cigar. I'm clapping my hands because I don't know what to say. This isn't Trek. If you were to show the scene to anyone from Next Generation about Gene Roddenberry, like, no, that isn't
especially a human. If this was an alien, okay, maybe, but a human?
We're supposed to be beyond that. Nope, we're 2020.
Yep.
But we got... So he has this shrapnel.
There's a lot of drinking and smoking in this episode, too. A lot.
And, and he sees him, and then Picard's like, oh, so you must be Captain Reyes. He's like, yeah, this guy's just my EMH. And, and he has this shrapnel and this thing. They don't show how that happened.
No, we don't know.
It was a shaving accident.
Yeah, pretty bad shaving accident.
He was playing with his lawnmower. So, and then he like replicates some scotch or something, and he's like gets in, pours it on his wound. You ain't Wolverine, bro. No. Stop.
Wolverine can do that because he has a healing factor. You can't.
Yeah, but he's trying to be like this like grizzled badass.
Yeah, it doesn't fit.
It doesn't fit Trek at all.
No.
Not a human.
No.
Why can't he pick up a Jemadar or something cool like that? Like someone.
That would have been cool.
Oh man, why can't that be his muscle?
Nope, of course not.
Ugh, whatever. So like the EMH is working on him and he's talking to the Picard and Picard's like, what the other night was kind of nice. He's walking, he sees the captain's chair, and of course he goes and sits in the other chair because he's not the captain anymore. Little things like that are cool, but they're little subtle things that are 2 seconds long.
But the problem is it's not enough.
They've wasted their reserve and nostalgia on me.
Yeah. It's gone now.
Still haven't seen Riker yet. That's going to kill me.
Oh, yeah.
But, so, he's like, oh, I know you, Captain. I read one of your books, you bastard. I read your book.
Yeah,
Rumble, damn it, Rumble, I read your book. So he's like, I don't know, the EMH is nicer to Picard than the captain is.
There's probably another character I might like.
The captain's like, you're gonna pay me or what? Or get off my ship. Like, he's like one of those guys. Like, come on. Say we're gonna treat the captain like garbage?
Yeah, I know, right?
So, like, they're having their long-ass conversation, and then he's like, she told me that you were a speech maker. And, of course, because he's freaking Captain Picard.
Yeah.
And, and then he kind of, because he doesn't like Starfleet, because I guess he was the comms navigator guy for some ship.
But a heavy cruiser.
And it got, like, taken off the record. So there's got to be a story there.
Of course. But I like how Picard sizes him up. This is a good
Yeah, and he's like, I see you. He goes, look at your ship. It's impeccable. Every bolt, everything, every screen's in its right place. You're Starfleet.
Yeah.
You can see it. I can smell it on you. I know it's...
You might want to deny it.
But you are.
You are.
And you want to be out in the stars, and that's why you're still doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering what happened to his ship.
Who knows?
But if it was a heavy battle cruiser, what? They went up against... Was it a Dominion War thing?
Was it the Dominion War? Might be.
Went up against a Scimitar?
That'd be cool.
I want to see that ship again. That ship was so cool.
Oh, that was badass.
That was a badass ship.
And what were the Remys during all this? Like I said before. Exactly.
So they kind of have their little conversation back and forth, and of course, Captain, they both agree on it.
Oh yeah, remember he doesn't get his wound healed. It's so stupid.
Yeah, he wants it stopped bleeding, but he wants the scar.
Yeah.
The chicks dig it. You didn't say that, but it might as well.
Come on, yeah. They say everyone to look at it like, oh, get a dermal regenerator. What are you doing?
So we get back to what's her face, and she's drinking and smoking weed because that gives you superpowers, and she figures out where Maddox is.
Clouds, whatever it said, cloud.
But it looked like a gambling site. Didn't he show dice and stuff?
Yeah.
Go to Quarks. So she figures everything out because she drinks and smokes weed, and that gives you powers, and that's how she figured everything
out. Ridiculous.
Get back to the captain of I think his name is Reyes. I'm pretty sure that's what his name is.
This is another good scene that
I like because the EMH is talking to him, and the EMH is kind of bubbly, and he's like, he's kind of a nice guy.
Yeah, the EMHs are always a little eccentric.
He's like, because I guess he fixed the comms, and he's like, well, there's no more emergency. What are you still doing here? He's like, well, my captain is having a medical emergency. He's like, I know you're what is this with Picard? Are you in awe? Is it because you're a little starstruck? Yeah. It's Captain Picard. And he says all the things I said in the first review. He's the savior of humanity, fought off the Borg invasion.
Someone's not even real the one giving praise to Picard.
The only one doing it is the damn hologram.
Yeah.
He worked with the great Spock. He did all these...
He was arbiter for the Klingon Empire.
Everything. First contact with the Q Continuum. Yeah. All the things that I said that people should be on their hands and knees for Picard. Yeah. But, I guess the only person that can see his worth is the freaking
But then
EMH.
he kind of figures him out. I go, you're doing it because of what happened. That's why. It was why you treated him back to your last great captain. And then he goes, he died. Yeah, well, he goes, I had a great captain once, and the bread... He didn't say he or she. It's got to be a woman. I guarantee it's a woman. Yeah. Oh, their brains were splattered against a bulkhead. But here's the thing. Like I said, I paused and I'm like, I guarantee you talk to that captain. Here's how you're going to die. Are you going to go out there and do it? It's like, hell yeah, I'm going to do it. Because that's what a captain does. Just like when Pike was shown his feature. Discovery, yeah. He said, no, well, he knows he has to do the right thing.
Because I sworn an oath to humanity, to Starfleet, and I'm going to do the best I can do to save as many lives as I can.
That's what a captain does. That's it.
I kind of want to meet this other captain. He seems like a pretty cool guy.
Right, exactly.
So, and then he tells the EMH to basically to shut off, but he can tell it got to him, because he does want to help. It's freaking Picard. How could you not say no to Picard? Picard goes back home?
For some reason. I think I said it's so weird.
Goes back home?
Well, they just left, but whatever.
So, and, I kind of like this little scene a little bit. Picard's like, I came here and I try to fit in. I want to be a part of this, but... I belong to the stars. Yeah. And then even she says, even when you're here, you had one eye on the stars. Because that's where captains belong. They die up there. Yeah. I don't want to be back down here. Like, I don't want to be...
Because they've always said this multiple times. It's not being an admiral making this. You want to be a captain. That's the job. You want to be out there making a difference.
So he looks up at the stars, and then we cut back to the mini crazy house they have on the Borg cube. And
psych ward.
She's like the psych ward. It's so weird. So she tried to conduct her interview, and the lady's still playing with these cards. Yeah. And then, Romulans have a false front door that nobody uses. You have to enter through the back door. So she sits behind her and asks her questions. What the hell is this? It's so stupid.
First of all, we wouldn't have known that because we don't know Romulans, but that's just a weird thing. Like, why would they have that?
It's so weird.
And then if everyone knows it, then why even have the false door to begin with?
Or yeah, exactly, right? Or why would that mean I gotta talk behind? Like, she literally sits behind her to talk.
Honestly, maybe she's so mentally out of it, we have to... I don't know. I'm just trying to... Stupid. And then they talk about, is that like fortune cards? Like I said before, I go, that's a joke, and they really
she's like, because she's trying to talk to her, trying to get to her and everything. And this whole thing keeps cutting back between Picard and her.
Am I going to shaky cam?
Yeah, and the camera's constantly kind of has a little wobble to it. Put the damn thing on a freaking tripod, my God. Get back to Picard, and I guess they're getting his stuff ready to go on his mission. So like his other manservant was like, he got him some bread and some cheeses and stuff, and he dropped something and ducks, and then I guess he gets shot at.
Yeah.
And it would have been better if you would have came home and said, I don't remember these curtains being open. Like in Godfather. It was kind of like that, right?
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
so why not just blow up his whole house?
It's so stupid.
Why not just have some type of, just come in with some type of vehicle? And
here's the risk about it. Do you think by doing this, once you realize that they found Picard dead, they'd be like, the Admiral, like, he must have been right, because why would he be dead?
Yeah.
What happened to him?
This isn't like today, where if someone got shot, well, maybe there's a drug deal or something. It doesn't happen on Earth anymore.
There's no crime anymore.
Not like this.
No, there isn't.
My
That's ridiculous.
God. So this little gun battle goes out, and they're fighting and everything. And I guess these two Romulans that were Picard's little handmaids, I guess they used to be like Tal Shiar-ish.
Yeah, they know how to fight.
They know how to fight. So they're kicking some butt, and even Picard gets in on the action a little bit, gets a little cane action going on.
Yeah.
He gets a gun. I guess Picard had guns everywhere, which is super cool. That's badass. Cool. And he kills a couple of dudes, which is cool. And, they kind of beat everyone back. And
there's just one last one they didn't get.
One turns the corner, boom, he gets shot. And it's that doctor lady.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh my God, I thought I stunned him.
No, that's the wrong guns.
This is a disruptor thing. Yeah. There is no stun. And she's like, oh my God, I killed somebody.
Well, that's hate.
I actually like her response, because that would be a response to someone who just found out you killed somebody.
Yeah, exactly.
That she like puts the rifle down and she's like, oh no.
She's the most Star Trek person in the show so far. That's what I like about her.
And then Picard's like, felt good, didn't it?
Yeah, he's all, come here, here's some.
You got your victory wine. You killed someone. It's in that one.
But it was in self-defense, so it's not like you're fine. I mean.
Yeah, so I guess one of the guys was just knocked out, and they tie him up, and then Picard's kind of consoling her, basically telling her you did what you do, try to do.
Yeah, exactly.
The other guy wakes up, and they're gonna interrogate him. Get back to the card game.
Oh, whatever this is.
So they're sitting there, and she keeps laying out the cards. She's trying to talk to her, but this is like, I don't know, trying to talk to because her mind's all scrambled. She has to talk to her like in a very particular way. Yeah. So she speaks to her in Vulcan. Not a Vulcan, but Romulan.
Romulan, yeah.
And so that's kind of working a little bit. And, she's laying down the cards, and she's asking her, so what do these cards mean? Are they a mythology? Mm-hmm. Oh, I hate that word. It's more like the news. So I guess to them it's real. And this is another thing I don't understand what they were getting at. Trying to say that when they were in the collective, their minds created this subconscious thing that collected all of their past belief systems and used it to like cope what was happening to them. This is weird. Am I wrong? Am I interpreting this wrong?
It's so weird, because I know in Voyager there was an episode where there was a faulty thing in the programming. They made like Unimatrix Zero when they went to sleep. Certain Borg that had that malfunction got to be the normal selves, but like in a paradise setting, like in the subconscious.
So this, I'm assuming that's what this is like.
I would hope it is, because what else could it be?
But again, I don't know. Maybe I'm misinterpreting what they're saying, but it's super confusing.
It's so out there. It's so weird.
Get back to Picard, and you have the guy tied to the chair, and Picard's gonna do some course interrogation.
He gives the signs, obviously, Romulan alien. No,
he's like, if you don't like what you see, then turn your back. He gets the waterboard kid out. No, he goes. He's just gonna ask the guy some questions.
You have to leave the room.
And he's like, just close your eyes. So he's asking what's going on here, and he's like, oh, he's not gonna say anything, and they're kind of like, the other two want to like, the other guy wants to beat him up.
The other one tells him we don't do that anymore. Yeah, we don't.
But he's ready to do it though. He's ready to crack some skulls. Then we get back to the crazy house. I just wish they would stick to one plot, then go back to the other one. But I guess they're trying to make the parallels here.
At least this made more sense than last time they did it. It made no sense.
Because these two events are actually connecting. So she's still trying to talk to her about this, about the news and everything, about how this works in your mind. And she's like, I've seen you before. I've seen you tomorrow. She's like, what are you talking about? What do you mean tomorrow? She's like, explain that to me. And then you can tell she's starting to go just a little like wonky, super crazy. Get back to Picard for a couple of questions. And he's like, tell me about Dodge. Why were you afterwards? And she was no girl. Then we get back to the other one where she has a card that has like two symbols on it. Yeah. She's trying to figure out which one are you? Which sister are you? Mm-hmm. So how did this lady know she had a sister?
I don't know. And then
are they psychic?
And then only that. Well, when they were born, they were all connected, so maybe it was information from that. But the other girl, this other sister starts remembering kind of what happened because you were on a Romulan cruiser, and then Q's like, "How do you know that?"
Yeah, you were the last ship assimilated by this Q.
Yeah.
So like all those memories, and she starts crying, and it's like again talking to someone who's a little off their rocker, the nicest way of saying they're crazy, and you're bringing back old memories, and it's affecting them.
And I'm thinking, was one of these Romulans affected with a virus that affected the Borg when they got assimilated? Because that would make sense then for that Borg cube to go.
Why would it break itself off from the collective?
That'd have to be it, I'm assuming.
So the parallel is that they both know about the sisters.
Yeah.
And they're saying that, they're going to be the destroyers. Destroyers? What's going on? Because then she says it too. So this operative guy is saying it to Picard, and the crazy lady's saying it too. So how could they both know the same thing?
Well, not only that, how does this Romulan not know where she's at? Other Romulans are hiding her. Know what I'm saying? Are they two separate factions here going on?
Is this Vakshak people so far removed from other Romulans that
they don't even know? But aren't they supposed to be the super intelligence? So I know everything?
So does the Vakshak... But again, what I'm trying to think is, but aren't that brother and sister part of that group? Or are the brother and sister a separate group from these assassin guys?
Maybe they think that they're the saviors, not the destroyers. Maybe they think the opposite. Because I can't think of why won't they just destroy them then?
So,
or destroy her, I should say.
So, she starts going real crazy. You're the other sister. You're the destroyer. She ends up getting one of the guns off one of the guards.
Those disruptors, yeah.
Which is really funny because I know for a fact today, when police officers go and like take someone in to get arrested, go to jail, they take all their weapons off and put them in their trunks. Then they walk the person into the detention center, check them in, so they have no weapons on them. So this doesn't happen.
No.
So this is stupid. Well, they wouldn't have any weapons on them at all. Anyways, exactly. I don't know. Call me crazy. So she ends up getting one of the weapons and she's going to kill her. Like, holy crap. Get back to Picard and that guy has one of those suicide pills. I guess it must be in the tooth or something.
I was thinking he had, yeah.
And because before we thought, what the hell, they have acid blood, but someone in our comments like, oh no, it was a suicide pill, and then he like spits it at you and he basically just kills himself.
Yep.
That's some dedication.
Oh yeah, and it dissolves you really fast.
Yeah, he turns into goo
in seconds.
And then it's kind of funny how like Picard and the other two are like, oh man, that sucks. The doctor's like, oh my god, because she's like a normal person.
She's this is a person that works in the cybernetics and the data industry. She's not used to seeing stuff like this.
All this violence.
Yeah.
But we get back to the Borg cube, and What's-Her-Face still is like how her sister was. She's super strong, super fast. She runs over there, disarms What's-Her-Face.
Then she was going to kill herself.
Yeah.
She's going to blow her brains out. Like, oh, jeez.
So they stop her, and it was a security breach and all that stuff like that. So they get her and arrest her, and then she's like, did they mention that she's not going to get in trouble with the other guy?
Yeah, and then because you said, okay, this guy needs to be trained better. How do you let him get her gun?
Yeah, have your gun secured.
Yeah.
Like in the again, you need the level 3 retention holsters. Yeah. Even police officers today have retention holsters.
Yeah.
Whatever. She goes back home. She's like, my God, how did this lady know about my sister?
Yeah.
And she said that she was dead. So she calls her mom. She's like, Mom, it's Daj. Is she fine? Oh, I just talked to her yesterday. She's fine. Why wouldn't she call her sister directly?
That's weird. And then not only that, why mom? Is this just an AI? And that's
is this the same mom the other one called?
I think so too.
Is this mom even real? I bet you it's just a computer AI. I
think it's just an AI.
And it just reacts to what you're saying and picks up.
And they can put false memories in the machine, so.
So then she starts to like pass out. She literally goes.
I know, she falls asleep. Like, what the hell?
Or was she trying to do like a psychic link with her sister? Like she could feel her sister or something? It's just weird. Because she's like, as her mom's talking, she's like...
like 30 seconds later.
She swoons. Then
Then
What's-His-Face walks in for his afternoon delight. No, he walks in and he's like talking to her. And he's like, so what happened down there? Oh, I don't know. Because she started bringing up all that stuff like you were saying about that ship being attacked by the Borg. And like nobody knows that.
No.
How could she have known that? She's like, I know I read all the files. Maybe it was in there and I subconsciously brought it back up. No, because you have a positronic brain and you can bring up everything.
Exactly. That's why.
And she doesn't know.
No.
So... he's trying to play it smooth. Do you honestly think he has feelings for her?
I think so.
I think he really does.
Yeah.
Because he goes and he's like, well, it's going to be okay, and I got to tell you a secret. Oh, I think I'm falling in love with you, and you have to.
After only 2 days, but whatever.
Yeah, they've known each other for after one bang session in 2 days. I'm in love, baby. These Vulcans work. These Romulans work fast.
Yeah, they do.
So he tells that. So I guess he's trying to gain her trust that way.
Yeah.
And so he knows that she doesn't realize what she is. No, he knows that because there's no way she's not that good.
No.
He's walking down and there's like this red. The scene looks cool, but it looks like Alien. It looks like Blade Runner. It looks like a million other things. It doesn't look like Trek.
No.
that guy's sister shows up.
She got there quick.
Yeah, she got there quick, and she looks like a Brahmin now. She has her ears and everything. Mm-hmm. The camera's tilty. It's movie. It's spinny. It's.
I don't like the way they act in the scene at all. It's real creepy.
It's like, oh my god, does she like her brother?
I know.
Because she's getting ridiculously close to him. We're talking like their kiss. It's close.
Oh yeah, and the stuff they're talking about then, you go, you better not fall in love.
Oh, I could smell her on you, like sniffing him and everything. What?
No.
There was some kinky stuff going on in this board game. That's all I know.
Yeah.
So I think the sister would bang her brother. It's just so gross. It just seems.
It's just totally inappropriate.
But she's like, "Oh, well, did you learn anything?" He's like, "No, not yet. But I don't think she knows what she is, and I don't approve of your methods." Because basically saying, "I don't know why you're sleeping with her," but he's like, "I'm taking a more what do you say? Not so upfront approach. Because once he gains her trust, then he can learn things from her.
Yeah.
I think he didn't have to have sex with her, but hey, I guess the things I do for my country.
Oh yeah, sure, for my planet. Yeah. Or my former planet, I should say.
So they have that whole conversation of like, she doesn't agree with what he's doing, and she's like, if you don't get work done, I'll take care of it. Yeah. I'll get the information. Yeah. But if they just want her dead, why not just kill her? See, here's the thing. I don't think these two Romulan factions are together. This brother and sister, whatever they're part of, isn't what those assassins are part of.
I think they either want to duplicate her or they want some information out of her for important reasons.
But those other assassins just want to kill her.
They just want to kill her.
So there's got to be separate factions.
Yeah. I think they're pro-cybernetic and definitely other ones are anti.
Yeah, I know, but the funny thing is, they are pro, but in the same way that we want to make slaves out of you.
Yeah. So it's bad too, but...
Get back to Picard and the doctor, and he's like, they found us because you told her everything. She didn't know this was going to happen. No. But she's like, you know what? But I didn't tell her one thing, that I'm going with you. I have to go with you. Yeah. I'm the leading mind scientist on cybernetics. Yeah. And I have to see her. I've done my whole career to see a miracle. And this girl's a miracle, and I have to.
And it already happened. I have to meet her.
Yeah. So and she's like, okay, good. You're coming along. They get aboard the ship, and it's kind of funny. Like they're like on a time schedule, and they're like talking, and then he's like, I don't know how much you charge. I thought money? Was it Latinum? Gopas Latinum? What is this?
I mean, the thing is, if you are off of Earth, maybe you're on another planet, you might need money, but most humans wouldn't care. That's not the point of humanity anymore.
Yeah, so he's like, oh, I'm expensive. Okay, that's super weird. But he's like, okay, you're coming with me. They're going. She's super smart. We need as much crew members as we need. She gets aboard, and he's talking to the captain and everything, and what's her face is there? Of course. The other girl. Yeah. Oh, I'm here, and I found out where the doctor is. He's on Free Cloud.
What a weird.
He's in Cloud City. He's.
I know, right? So I always kept thinking from Star Wars, right?
And this is another weird scene where she's like talking. Again, she talks down to Picard, and the other doctor's like, "Who the hell are you?" She's like, because she actually respects Picard. Yeah. And she's almost like, who's this freaking lady thinking she can talk to Picard this way? And then she kind of gives her the same treatment, like, who the hell are you?
I know.
And Picard's like, this is Dr.
Yeah, it's a leading of, I'm honest, I got it from the Daisham Institute in cybernetics.
Yeah, she's hella crazy smart, so she tries to shake her hand, and she...
We had no security here.
Yeah, I don't know her. I didn't even run the most basic security. She's a changeling, and she kills them all.
I know.
So... They have a terpetatious relationship.
Oh, yeah.
And then the captain guy, the Captain Reyes guy, is almost like, hey, like he kind of likes it. It's so weird. Like, this isn't
so weird. No, it's odd.
So they lay in a course, and they look at Picard like, okay, you give the order. And everyone's like, oh, he's going to say...
I liked it, but at the same time, it would have been cool if he was in the captain's chair.
Engage. We're all laughing and slapping each other.
One thing, I liked it, but I wish he was in the chair. Would have made it better. But
and could this ship look anymore? And it jumps the warp and it has the streaks. And that's the end of the episode. It was playing the music from Next Generation too.
But wish it was a Federation ship.
That was nice, but my God, it's fan fiction. Yeah. I don't believe Starfleet would do any of these things.
I think this doctor lady is friggin' us. I think she's us in this show.
Yeah, I know, right?
She's acting like, what's wrong with everyone else? What's going on?
In the EMH.
Yeah, act like they do. They feel like Star Trek. Yeah. Everyone else doesn't. Even Picard doesn't really feel like Star Trek.
Yeah, because he kind of just takes it from everybody.
He wouldn't do that.
I deserve this.
I know, right?
But
she's so condescending. Like, oh, another thing, remember, she also says, we're on the planet, and I'm going to leave you there, and you're on your own.
Yeah, once we get there, then that's all I'm going to do. Why even go anyways?
Yeah, what's your problem?
Just give us the coordinates. I don't need your...
Yeah, I'm tired of it, man, with her attitude.
I'm surprised she wasn't on the thing drinking wine and smoking weed.
We're beyond smoking.
Superpowers.
So stupid.
Wouldn't it have been more if it was just like an injection? No, it's like literally smokes it. Because, man, smoking weed's great. Legalize it. What? Why? These messages don't belong in Trek.
And then the 24th century in Star Trek. Yeah. No. Insane. This is insane.
So yeah, this episode of Thursday Fanfiction was...
I will say this. This is worse than Discovery, like you said earlier in this podcast. And I'm sorry, this is shaping up to be even worse than Discovery because I expect more out of Picard. I just do. I do. Not this.
But yeah, I don't know. My expectations are so low now.
Oh yeah, I expect this, and we still got another 10 more episodes of this.
Yeah, I don't even know how many episodes. Are 12 episodes, 13 episodes? I have no idea.
Oh, I don't care.
But see you next Thursday for Fanfiction Trek. It's great.
Yeah, more fanfics. That's highly quality graphics, but terrible story.
Yeah, high budgets. They forgot to pay the writers.
Yeah.
Crimson Saint here. Thanks for watching the video. If you're enjoying the content, be sure to sub, like, share, and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss a single upload. If you have any tips or story ideas, hit us up on Twitter at C15Podcast, or better yet, join our Discord server, link in the description below.